Welcome to the DZ Report. Don't you know I love haters? Yes, sir. We are up in the morning, heading to work. Late as hell. But still got to keep it moving. The Acolyte Season 2 was canceled. They're not going to do a continuation of the product, which featured two characters that was played by the same person. You also had a I guess a Sith Lord. Who I thought did a good job. He did a straight job. The cast, they had a good cast. The problem is the execution. I think people roasted this like way too bad. And please, people, stop using woke for agenda and having those who are with the away team, the alphabet community. Please stop placing that word. Stop bastardizing our word. Woke is something from the black community, and I wish you people, pink folk, all folk around the world, stop using the word woke. And I'm gonna keep promoting that, because you guys aren't using the damn word right. Y'all took the word from us and y'all made it into something else, and I'm sick and tired of it. This show was not woke. This show was made by Kathleen Kennedy and whoever this other lady is to try to put a spin on their own Star Wars. And it basically, to me, was made to backhand the face of hardcore Star Wars people like Star Wars Theory and all these other people. Me, I thought the story was good. I just thought the damn execution was bad. That's all. Like, if you clean up the execution of the show would have been a lot better, and you made it longer episodes. The episodes were too short. You really didn't understand a plot or a point or anything. And then the Dark Plagueis scene was very creepy. It was like, dude, it's not how Plagueis was. To me, you should have shown Plagueis in a much better light. Like at the end, once he turned Osha, he would have came to Plagueis and said, "My master, I have found us a worthy whatever." And then you could have seen Plagueis smiling. That's how you should have done it. You should have tied it all to Plagueis creating creating the twins and all of that. That's how I would have done it. I would have had Plagueis in the background. It was bad. It was bad directing. The directing should have been better. A lot better. But this is what happens. This is what happens when you have a lady who is so hell-bent on trying to destroy the Star Wars mythos and trying to make it into her own, which I have. If you're going to use the lore in your own image or depiction, make it good. Make it good. I mean, you could have made this 10 episodes. You should have made it 10 episodes. If you were going to do 8 episodes or 6 episodes, make the episodes long. Stop giving us these 20-some minute episodes or less. Like, no, make it a full hour, or make it a full 30 minutes. If you can't do that, at least make it longer. Like, if you're doing that, make the episodes longer. You could have had the first episode like an hour or more. Or you could have made this into a mini movie. You could have had 3 parts and been done with it, if you're going to spend that type of money. But to say that the Star Wars fans, all of us aren't the same. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not no super Star Wars fan. Like, I wasn't into the lore and all, like reading the stuff and all of that. I would read some stuff here and there, but I wasn't real deep into it like a lot of people are into it. And to me, I liked it. The Acolyte, to me, I gave 2 out of 4 stars. I thought the action scenes were good. If people was hating on the action scenes, then that's just stupid. The action scenes were good. The action scenes were very good. They were executed well. The problem was the story. Master Soul was pretty good. I wish we could have got a better ending for his character. I wanted to see his character tap into the dark side and then go right back to the light. I wanted him to be able to have that ability. That would have been cool to see. He could have showed that. But his character was way too emotional to be a Jedi. And the head Jedi, the one girl, the one lady, she basically was operating on her own, and then all of a sudden she went to Yoda at the end, which we perceived as Yoda. To me, Yoda, this isn't what the Jedi would have done, but they were depicting it saying that, oh, the Jedi is bad, this is what the Jedi need to do. But I'm tired of people using the word woke. Woke is not intended for that, and you guys have taken our word and you bastardized it. Stop taking our damn words. This was not no woke. This was just a bad depiction of a Jedi series. The only reason y'all called it that is because you had 2 women, which I got from the whole thing, were of the alphabet community, and they were together. They created child, and the Force split into 2, which created Osha and whatever the girl name is. I can't even think of the other name. Now, where does Star Wars go from here? Star Wars don't know what they're doing, because you got people in there. Shout out to Stupendous Wave. I like Stupendous Wave because he keeps a clear head and he gives a great dissertation of everything that he listens to and reads and watches. My thing is this: just make a story about Plagueis, or make a story that is of Star Wars lore, but do it somewhere else. Now, the world in between worlds, what I believe happened on the Ahsoka show, they basically, because you have to pull somebody in for them to enter. And I think Anakin pulled her in. This is what I was telling Detroit T on my main page. I was like, bruh, all they did was just pull her in. Anakin pulled her into the world in between worlds. I believe that's what it's called. But the thing about Ahsoka that messed that up, they made her a side character. In this story, I wanted to find out about the Sith Lord. I wanted to know, what he was. Like, how was he trained? I wanted that meeting between him and his master, because you saw the scars on his back, which mainly was from his master. I wanted to know, like, what training she was doing. And did she have some dark side tendencies? Because there have been stories like Mace Windu, who's tapped into the dark side, but then he could go back to the light. So that's one of the things I wanted to see. But the show was bad, but it wasn't real bad like they were saying. I'm like, yeah, it's bad. It's just the execution of the show. It was a great idea. It was just a bad execution. You should have had Plagueis pulling the strings. You should have kept the one evil twin. You should have kept her going out fighting. In my opinion, you killed off the Wookiee and what's her name? Trinity from Matrix. You should have let them stay alive. And then you should have had her killing other Jedi, putting together things for her master, which is Sidious. Not Sidious, but Plagueis. You could have had Plagueis pulling the strings. You had this guy teaching, and then all of a sudden at the end, Osha, you could have had Osha, Osha's thing was, you should have killed, what should have gone down was, Osha should have got mad and killed, at the end, you could have had her take Soul out and then take her twin out. And then the one guy who she was working under, she kills him, take his mask, and then you would have had Plagueis come out the woodworks and would have said, "Thank you, my apprentice." And then you could have seen her eyes turning Sith-like. That's what you should have done. Carrie Ann Moss, that's her name. Carrie Ann Moss should have stayed alive. You could have kept her alive. The Wookiee, you could have seen the Wookiee. The Wookiee could have got killed near the end. You could have killed them characters off at the end, but I would have let Carrie Ann Moss character live, and you could have got rid of the Wookiee near the end. That's what you should have done. But execution, storytelling, creativity. That's something that this Star Wars has not had in a long time. And please, people, stop acting like the prequels were great. They were not. The sequel prequels with Anakin and all of them, they were not great. So please stop glazing those Star Wars like those were like a piece of art. No, they were a piece of shit. The Phantom Menace was okay. I thought that was okay. I just felt it was a little too long. Everybody hated Jar Jar Binks. I didn't really have a problem with Jar Jar Binks because Jar Jar Binks was there for comedy relief. Because if you didn't have Jar Jar Binks, the whole movie would have been boring as hell. The Clone Wars, to me, George Lucas should have split those in two parts. He should have developed the Anakin and Padme relationship a lot better. He was terrible. You guys give George Lucas a pass, dog. George Lucas, he did the sequel prequels terrible. Or the prequel sequels, they were terrible. The Revenge of the Sith, if it wasn't for the Revenge of the Sith, that would have been a forgettable trilogy. Revenge of the Sith went off. That was the movie. But the first two, they were mid. And y'all know it. Mid movies. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but some of you Star Wars fans are delusional. Like Star Wars Theory, he's great. I love his content, but he tried to act like those George Lucas movies were great. No, they weren't. Everybody hated, dog. Y'all almost sent that damn kid into a damn psych ward because y'all was disrespectful to the kid actor. There was nothing wrong with the kid actor. I thought the kid actor was fine. But see, y'all don't care. Y'all want everything to be done to perfection. It's not. It's not going to be done to perfection. Those prequels were not good. The Revenge of the Sith was great, but that was it. Part 2, he should have split part 2 up. He should have spent the first half of it of Anakin investigating with Obi, and then you could have had him develop his relationship over time with Padme. Like, it was so forced. Like, it was weird as hell. It was like, what are we doing? It was weird as hell. And everybody was like, damn, ain't Padme robbing the cradle? Everybody thought Padme was robbing the cradle. So my thing is, we just need better execution. If we get better execution, we'll be fine. We will be fine if we get better execution. Better storytelling. Now, a lot of people may watch this and be like, man, what do you know and everything? What do I know? I just know a good story from a bad one. And I know them prequels with Anakin Skywalker, everybody was pissed off at part 2 because he was crying. He was a crybaby. Shout out to the Mac Dre show. He told the truth. Mac Dre told the truth that nobody liked it part 2. Exactly. I don't know why everybody praising Anakin now. Y'all hated him. Y'all hated Anakin. Then y'all shitted on the Kenobi show. The Kenobi show wasn't bad. The Kenobi show was good. It was maybe some parts you could have changed up, like the dialogue. I felt the dialogue could have been better, but it was good. Boba Fett was good. It was from a different perspective. He took over where Jabba the Hutt left off. Y'all got mad at that. You know, it's like, y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all don't know what y'all don't want. You know, and it's crazy. If they give you what you want, you ain't gonna like it. So I think they ought to just give y'all what they want. That's what I think. But something like the Acolyte, nah. Like, this isn't something that I believe that would have helped the Star Wars fans. I knew the Star Wars fans was gonna hate this, but they should have done it better. They should have had Plagueis pulling the strings from behind the scenes. He should have had his apprentice out there running, having his own little thing put together and taking out Jedi for a bigger cause. Like, I wanted to see the political side of everything as well. I wanted to see Yoda. I wanted to see Yoda actually. You know, if I wanted to see how, you know, they would pull this off. Master Soul, to me, Master Soul was not acting like a Jedi. He was acting like a rogue. He was acting like a rogue person who's escaped the Jedi. It's like, come on. And then they use this little tracker thing. I'm still trying to figure out why he sabotaged the ship when he was gonna capture the sister. I just don't understand. But that's my ranting and talking trash. I'ma holler at you guys later. I'm out. Peace.